Okay, we're back in Sketch, and what we're going to look at is working with shapes, creating unions, subtracting to make design work such as logos and icons. So we'll start off with making a new artboard. I'll just go down to where it's got responsive web design and just get a desktop artboard to create a bigger canvas to draw on. I'm going to get a shape, so I come down, and what I will do to begin with is I'll just get a rectangle shape. I'll drag that out. I'll just give it a color that stands out a little bit better, red, and I'll take away the borders. Now, say for example I've got the shape and I want to say cut something out of it. So I could use another shape. So if I go back and say for example I just get this triangle, and again I'll just drag out the triangle. I've got a shape here on there. Right, so I've got the triangle. If I move the triangle just over the top here, and then if I shift click both of those items so they're selected, now if I go up to the top, I've got union, subtract, intersect and difference, and we'll see what happens. If we go union, they both join together to make one item, and if we look in the layers, it still has those both items, although now they've just been combined. You can still go in the layers and move them around. Okay, I'll just go back and undo to take it back to where it was. Next, I'll move along to subtract. Now, when we subtract, again, they're still here separately, but if I click on the actual top where it's grouped them together, what it's done, it's cut them. It's cut that shape out. Okay, I'll just go along here. We'll do intersection, and that's the intersection between the two shapes. And then finally we'll do difference, and difference again will just sort of cut away the bit that intersects both of them. Now you can still move these around, so if I select them individually, I can move them around so they're doing this sort of thing if you want to create other shapes, or then I can use the move on the other shape, so you can move them separately over here. Now these are really useful if you need to have a shape and create different shapes. A lot of it is just getting used to when you come through. So say for example we have say an oval shape, and again shift key will constrain its proportions. I'll just take off the border and I'll do a color on it. So say if I only wanted half a circle, now what you can do is you can to do guides, you can go up on the side guide here, and you can click and create guides so you can find out where the centers are. I'm using this by making sure it's selected and the centers here. Now what I can do is cut that away. So say if I want to make half a circle, I could come up here, I could get a rectangle shape, and I could drag it over the top here. Right, and I'll just move it so it's sort of more bang on. And what I can do is I can shift click both of those items, and now I can subtract. Now if I go here, that's still the rectangle, so I can adjust the rectangle to how much I want to cut off, but I have that done. So you can leave that to go back and edit it. So we've got that, and we can move it all around and do it. And then what we could do as well, we could go back in here if we wanted to and come up and get another shape, and I could draw out another shape across here, and again shift click those items, and I could now do subtract, and now that's been cut, so it's half a circle there or quarter of a circle, and that's how you can get these shapes. Now they're all changeable in here, so we've got all those. Now if you don't want that to happen where you've got all these shapes combined so you can continue to edit them, I'm going to shift on there, and if I go up to the top, it's got flatten. Now when I flatten, it simplifies the shape, so now we've made the shape, and all it is is just this quarter of a circle. So when you're happy with it, you can do that and cut it off. So it's quite straightforward, and it's just combining shapes and cutting them up, and you're going to use these elements up the top: union, subtract, intersect, and difference, and it's mostly just figuring out how you use those.